Good morning. So here's the situation. I have driven around for the past 2 hours and haven't seen squat for caribou. So I'm just going to walk to where I saw them yesterday and hope that there might be some over there. That's what I got for right now. Alright, update time. It's about 2 hours after I left the truck. I screwed up my Onyx Hunt map app. The ridge I want to be on is over there, which is about a mile. I got a herd of caribou over here. There's a herd of caribou over there. And there's 3 other hunters over there. These caribou appear to be coming my way. It's a herd of cows and calves. There's a few decent 6-point type caribou, if you will. There's fresh caribou tracks behind me. It's some caribou poop, so they were over here last night and this morning. And when I was sitting over on that ridge yesterday, you can see caribou on this ridge. So I think I might just sit here for a while. Maybe head over to, there's some bushes over there. Might be able to get behind. Like I said, there's not much cover out here. If I had my rifle, I would have been done day 3. Would have had 2 bulls and 2 cows by now. Oh well. Just waiting. Good morning, everybody. So my situation today, I shot over the top of some caribou yesterday. Shot over the top of some caribou yesterday. And actually right in this area, right over there. Shot over the top. Didn't have my rangefinder. So when I hit thought it was at 40. It's probably at about 25, 30. So I was completely off. But on the other side, earlier today, there was a monster bull ran across the road. There are some people hunting it, but they set up way too short, and he crossed the road probably 100 some odd yards above where they were sitting. So anywho, I was driving back, and this pipeline blocks a whole lot of view on the other side, but I saw a little white patch moving and stopped, and sure enough there's about 5 caribou over there. I don't know if they're coming over here though. They just seem to be going parallel to the pipeline. But there's at least 2 cows and either a bull with some decent headgear or it's a cow with massive antlers for a cow. They're phenomenal for a cow. So we're just gonna wait and see. They might be coming down that way, which there's a lot of trails over there. A lot of trails over there. But yeah, we're just watching them for right now. Bull. Well, pull up maybe yards ahead of me. Then when all right, well, as you can see, I'm walking, not by the road. I had that small herd, had a bull, 3 cows, and a calf. They another set of hunters. I'm gonna call them hunters because that's what they're doing. I like to put a bleep in there. Decided that they were gonna go up about 400 yards ahead of me, which is fine. You know, I can't claim an entire, mile of a road. They went up 400 yards. They got out of their truck, and the bull must have smelled them because he turned away from them and came back towards me. In the meantime, another set of hunters, good guys, stopped and talked to me for a little bit. Saw that the herd was coming, they left, and they drove all the way up. Well, that herd turned around. The good guys turned around, parked, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards away from me, looking at their glasses, yelling at me. They're coming, get ready. Had my bow knocked, or my arrow knocked. And the first set of hunters decided to park all of 20 yards from where I was sitting, which they saw me. And of course the caribou decided to go behind me, probably about 30-40 yards. So I spun around, and of course the caribou saw that and they took off. Well, the two bad hunters decided to take off after the caribou. Two good hunters came up to me, they apologized, said that was disrespectful. That had the two bad hunters stopped roughly where the two good hunters had stopped, those caribou were coming about 20 yards in front of me. I was all set up. Obviously, this is a bow hunt. You don't get many chances when you have a bull or at least a cow, dead on arrival, 20 yards, and they get spooked because somebody else's stupidity. That's public land hunting. So, I know that bull and those cows ran that way. I'm up probably about a mile and a half from where they crossed over. That mound, there's a whole bunch of caribou sign when I was out here a couple days ago. Oh, look at that little mole over here. Anywho, whole bunch of caribou sign right there. And depending what those two hunters, we're gonna put that in quotation marks, are gonna do, I hope that bull and those cows come over here, or another group comes over here. There's a sign of them over here. And the two good hunters said that there was a huge herd over by that mountain coming this way. So I thank those two guys. I don't know their names. They're driving a truck that says Delta. Oh, there's a ptarmigan. Nope. I didn't bring any small game heads. I'm not wasting a $30 arrow on a ptarmigan if I miss. I ain't doing it. I still have ptarmigan breast from the past couple days I gotta eat. The next couple days, well, tonight's supposed to rain, tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and my final 3-4 days of hunting is supposed to be sunny, mid-50s. So we'll get some ptarmigan to take home. Anywho, those good hunters said there was a herd over there coming this way. So I thank them for their giving me the info. They're driving a truck, a white truck that said Delta, had a Delta sticker on the back. I know there's a bunch of those, so I don't think it'll narrow it down. But if you guys are watching, thanks. I'm gonna go sit back here. It's only about noon. Sun doesn't really go down until 9:30. I woke up last night at midnight. You can still see outside, so I'm not all that concerned about daylight. It's hot, it's windy. I'm walking straight into the wind. Just go from here. It's unfortunate. Yesterday I shot over one. There's a decent cow. So at least I got a shot. I screwed up. But when you follow a herd from the time I was taking a video of the pipeline till the time they were coming, it's probably over an hour. And I know that there's people that put in much longer for a hunt, put in much longer stalks and stuff. But when you put in an hour of time, you're doing everything right. Those animals were downwind of me, so that was the only negative. And they still came to me until that truck decided to park 20 yards from me. There's some caribou over there I saw in my binoculars. Even in my binoculars, they're just little dots. But they appear to be coming this way. I'm gonna go to that mound, because as you can see, it's pretty much like hunting the... Oh. Uh-oh. Well, whoo-hoo, shit. Right where they're crossing. Parks. Like aren't you? Alright. Good news, bad news. Good news, I made it to the top of the mound. There's caribou over there. Yes, I'm pointing. Caribou over there. They appear to be coming this way. I think they're going to try to get right in this area here. That's where I've seen a bunch. If they decide to go further out, I can get back there. There's a lake over there. So as I was saying before my battery died, good news, bad news. Good news, made it to the bench, or made it to this little mound, and I have 4 caribou coming this way, and I think it's the 4 that crossed the road, because I can see pump station number 2 in the distance, and the caribou crossed the road and were coming this way. I think it's them, because the one on the far right has a pretty good set of antlers, and the other 3 have antlers, and a cow with a couple calves went that way, but these other ones are coming this way. But I think they're going to bounce around and head over that way, so I might back off in this hill, and there's actually cover over there. I might bounce around just watching them. But anywho, the bad news, I keep my keys in my left pocket of my raincoat, which is camouflage. When I come out here, when I got to the mound, I found the left pocket was open and there's no keys in it. I do have an extra set of keys in the car, and I have the push lock and unlock button actually in my binocular holder. So having keys is not the problem. The problem is that the key chain that I usually drive with has my house key, which I only have one, and has my post office box key, which I only have one, and has my gym key and my Coast Guard office key, of which I only have one. So kind of hope that I left them in the car. I just took the push button, but we're gonna have to wait and see when we get back there. Anywho, caribou are slowly coming over this way. They're not being chased by anything, so they're just moseying. They're feeding all the way over. According to my rangefinder, they're at about 900 yards. And the one with antlers is back of the group, closer to my right. What would be phenomenal is if the first couple decided to move over here really quickly. I managed to get one of them and not startle the one with giant headgear, and that one comes and I can get that one too. I got my 2 caribou today. Pack up my shit and head home. But first I have to get one. So wait and see. Alright, well, I don't know how much of that you got. Apparently 56 degrees is too cold for my GoPro to work. I need to upgrade cameras. The group of bulls, there are 4 of them. A small one got within 77 yards, and the big one with the nice rack came 89. I couldn't even draw back from where I was sitting. They went about 200 yards past me. I got up and they saw me and took off. Or out that way somewhere. Good news. Again, I don't know if this was caught on the GoPro last time. My keys were in the car, so I didn't drop my keys. A whole bunch of cars have been stopping over there. I don't see any caribou over here. I wonder if something's coming through from the pipeline over there. Under the pipeline, not through. There's always oil going through it. So I'm going to go up there, take a look. Oh man, it would have been nice to have that one. Would have been nice if those gentlemen hadn't stopped their truck where I was standing. I had everything ranged out. These little signs here on the side of the road, from one side to the other is 66 yards. From this one to that one, but on this side is 33. And I had everything ranged out. If those caribou had come between me and the next sign over, they were dead. But guy decided to stop his car right where I was, and they came back behind me. And that time, caribou had passed those signs. There's a little street, I don't know. I guess they're for the snow plows. A little snow plow sign, so I had no idea where they were at. By the time I got there, they were running, so by the time I got a range on them, they were already at like 80 yards. That was a waste. But I did find them. Took me about 3 miles, but I went around them. Oh, I'm kind of wondering if I do the death march and go 5 miles out one of these days and just take my 270. I got it with me. Take my 270 out there and just crawl up on the herd. But then you got to walk it, the meat and everything, 5 miles back through this tussocks. And you ain't making it in one trip. This is the hardest hunt I've ever had to do. Well, something's coming on over there. There's a bunch of cars and one just turned around and parking. I'll get in the truck. We'll go over there. See what's up. Not stop where people are hunting though. Look at that sky. Anyways, saw a few trucks pulled over here. I don't see any caribou. I put my binoculars up to the horizon. There's a group of 4 bulls that look like they have trees growing out of their heads. They have some huge racks out there. Probably about 1.25 miles, maybe 1.5 miles from here. So I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna eat my dinner. Well, I'm gonna eat my MRE and see what happens with these caribou. If they start coming this way, then I might just get out and see if they'll come this way. See if I can get a shot. All right.